Hi guys, it's Aoife from Words of Clover, and today I wanted to talk about 5 books that are in translation that I have on my TBR that I would really like to read soon. So one of my goals this year was to read more books that have been translated from the original language that they were written in, and I've definitely been doing pretty good so far. So I do have some noted down that are one that I really want to read. I want to talk about some of them now. One of these I do actually have a physical copy of. It's Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. And this one, I actually received this one from Leanne over at Leanne Rose. She sent this to me as a gift, which was so lovely of her. So this one I've heard loads of great things about. I'm sure a lot of other people have heard really good things about. So this one we are following a character called Kiko or Kaiko. I'm actually not sure how I'm supposed to pronounce that. She's 36 and she's been working in this convenience store for a really long time. She's perfectly happy with her life. She likes kind of the routine of her life, and we're seeing how other people are looking at her thinking that she's not normal, there's something wrong with her, because she's happy to just go day by day doing kind of the same things, the same, like seeing the same people, the same routine, and we're kind of seeing how this is completely okay for her. So I've heard that this is just like a really nice story to read. It's about just being completely yourself and doing what you like to do, and yeah, it kind of gives me Leonard and Hungry Paul feels by Ronan Hessian, which is one I really loved, which is about 2 completely ordinary people living their ordinary lives and being like, you know, and the book celebrates them for that, and I feel like this is kind of the same. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. Another book I would like to read is Perfume by Patrick Suskind. And this is a book that is kind of a historical fiction book. We are following a character who was born with this like really strong sense of smell, and he's able to smell all these different types of things, but he then becomes like obsessed with creating this perfect scent, and he starts, I think maybe, I don't know whether he hunts women for this scent or he's looking for a particular woman with this kind of scent, and I think he's after like a virgin. And the blurb just says that it's a haunting, powerful tale of murder and sensual depravity. But I've heard a lot of people like really enjoy this one, even though it's obviously quite disturbing in a lot of different ways. But yeah, it's one that I definitely would like to pick up and read and see if I like it. And yeah, it sounds interesting but creepy all at the same time. Strange Weather in Tokyo by Hiromi Kawakami is another one that I would like to read. This is set in Japan, obviously with the Tokyo in the title, and we are following a character called Toshiko, and she is drinking alone when she comes across an old professor of hers, and they strike up this friendship. And I don't know whether she only meets him in this bar or if she like just starts seeing him on a regular basis, and this really strong friendship is born, and then I don't know whether it turns into something more or she starts thinking more about the relationship, but that's all the blurb kind of tells. But I've heard really good things about this one, and it's one I would love to pick up. I really love, like a lot of people, I do really love Japanese novels that have been translated. I just find like the Japanese style of writing and the culture and the life, and yeah, it just seems that like when Japanese is translated into English as well, it seems to flow really well, like when they have a good translator. So yeah, this is one I definitely want to read. The next book I want to read is one I've also heard loads of really good things about. That's Kim JiYoung, born 1982, and this is by Cho Nam-ju. And this one I think is set in Seoul in South Korea, and we are following a woman called Kim JiYoung, and I think from what I've heard about it is she's modelled on like the everyday Korean woman. She's a 30-something-year-old millennial every woman. She's recently left her white-collar desk job in order to care for her newborn daughter, as so many Korean women are expected to do. But she quickly begins to exhibit strange symptoms that alarm her husband's parents and in-laws. JiYoung impersonates the voices of other women, alive and even dead, both known and unknown to her. As she plunges deeper into the psychosis, her discomfited husband sends her to a male psychiatrist. These personalities that she's impersonating, like you're seeing the everyday experience of a woman in Korea. I've heard that there's parts of it that are really hard to read. It can be a very frustrating read, but yeah, I've heard really great things about it, so I definitely want to read it. And a lot of people I've seen who have read it have rated it really highly, so yeah, it's definitely one I want to read. And then the last one I want to read is one I have on my Kindle, and that is Tender is the Flesh. This one is one that I've, like, everyone that has read this one has said it's one of the most disturbing books that they've read, and there's just so many, like, if you say a book is disturbing, weirdly I will probably want to read it. I just really love reading books where authors really try and go there and try and make their reader like grossed out. Like, I think some authors are able to do disturbing in a way that's like too much, and like it's just gross and it's there for for shock factor, where other authors are able to do it in a way of exploring different things, and they just do it really, really well and are able to just like really provoke thoughts and feelings in a reader through the disturbing thing that they're exploring in their book. And yeah, I really love seeing how authors try and do that, and whether it's something, sometimes I'm reading it where they fail, or other times I'm reading it where they succeed. But Tender is the Flesh is a slightly dystopian-esque world where humans can no longer eat meat anymore. So instead, cannibalism kind of becomes the norm, and there's people who are like born literally to be eaten. And I think we're just like seeing how that works in a society. It'll be interesting to read this one, and I'll be seeing how grossed out I actually am when I'm reading it. But yeah, it's definitely one that I'm really, really intrigued about. So if you've read it, please let me know what you think. So those are some books that I have that are in translation that I would like to read really soon. If you guys have read any of these books, please let me know any of your thoughts. If you have other books in translation that you would highly recommend me read, please let me know, as I'm always like eager to add to this list of books in translation. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.